all you goddamn motherfuckers, whatever you want to call yourselves. We're live.
Come on, listen, Jess. She got her shows the best. Come on, listen, Jess. Because the show's the best.
Seriously?
It's Jess the Ska Kid and the Knights of the Round Table.
Give points. Beer guy.
At least I can still whistle. So we're kind of sick, so this will be a short, quick show. But Thursday night we have Josh from Viva Ska Radio coming on to do an interview with us. And this year, as you know, we've decided to cross-promote some other people in the music biz who are trying to spread the word of music just like us. So we're going to talk to him about how he comes to have formed his show, what he's doing, and all of that fun stuff, as well as play new music. We've had a bunch of people send us stuff recently, and just with the way that changes have been, instead of doing Fridays where we play something and then ramble off a bunch of events, I'm trying daily to share your events, because now there's different ways to do that, so I can make it my story. I can go through and find other events throughout the world via Facebook and share that on our post as well. So we're doing that as a different form of sharing what's going on in regards to music, as well as local business and other things that you should know. Because lots of bands have released new music recently, we're going to play Madaline's new album. Living and Fighting is the name of the song. Ska by Ska West is a music festival coming up, which will kick off the music festival season here, April 19th and 20th. That is in Texas, and it is a stacked lineup. Those days are full. And so, Texas, you got it. There's lots of stuff going on, but Madaline, Mark, who's in that band, is the founder of that fest. And so, because they release new music, and we'll be up here in May, playing at Harvard, we're going to play their stuff. So this is Living and Fighting off of the new Madaline album, It Is What It Is. Time I lost in dollars, wasted being nice to people.
Jess, doing it fine.
That was Living and Fighting off of It Is What It Is, Madeline's new album, which was just released last month. Also, that is just come out is Zero to Panic. KOTRT just released a new album. Joker's Republic sent us new music. And so there's tons of stuff that we're going to try to sift through and play for you on Thursday after we interview Josh, who is the host and creator of Viva Ska Radio, which is in Vegas. Again, connecting that huge web that is music all over the place. Also, another platform. So we do this thing, but there's lots of us kind of out there, and I've been asked a lot recently, how do I get my music played? How do I go about distributing music in a different sort of platform instead of using a distributor? What is the answer? The answer is utilizing platforms such as these, and or making sure that you're sending emails to program and music directors at underground radio stations or college radio stations or even your local radio station, because you don't know what's going to get played if you don't try. And yes, digital platforms are massive as of late, just because it would seem that having a hard copy of something has gone by the wayside. However, if you are using a distributor, you're still not maintaining your rights and royalties, and there's going to be a lot of other issues that come into play with people playing your music. So, yes, everybody has their alliances with record labels and deals and such things like that. But again, I encourage you, use other platforms. We're a platform. What the Punk is another platform. Talk the Ska is another platform. And there's Bridge City Sound in Portland, another platform. And so there's lots of us around that are popping up that we're becoming more familiar with, from The Grave, The Hive. There's lots of stuff around that you can reach out and send your music. But another group of people that want to do a different take on things, I believe they're West Coast, but I got a message from these people who'd like to partner with us and said in 3 weeks, LA is going to have a new music outlet where musicians, solo artists, and or producers can share music or song videos in high quality by LDE. And to inbox Frank Chakas, I think maybe is how you pronounce Chicas, for details. If you are interested, and they are both, they're bilingual. And so if you are Spanish speaking, it is encouraged, again, if you have a music video, because they're going to be like us, but music video platformed only. So if you are a band who has produced a music video, you can email wylean@yahoo.com, submit your music video, and it will be, again, put into a little video blog sort of thing that is going to be produced out in LA. And the rest of this is in Spanish, so I apologize. But Sarah and Frank are doing that out in LA, and they've asked us to partner with them to help, again, promote underground music. So if you have a music video that you would like played and, again, distributed on a different platform, you can email wylean@yahoo.com, and they will get your music all set to go. And so we'll be referring people that way. Just, if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. If I don't have an answer, I have a way of figuring out how to get an answer.
It takes effort.
You have to put in a little bit to get a lot in return. But it really does work. The band who was here on Saturday, the Royal Blue, who was like, how do we continue to do this without using a main distributor? Their video has 2.5K views already. And it's dropping it into groups, and it's networking, and it's asking people to help you. So utilize your resources before you just go out of your way to spend money on things that might fuck you in the end. And with that, it's time for Mike to read.
On a side note, too, I mean, we have a few YouTube videos on the how-to of doing that you could go check out. That's the least amount of effort that you could possibly put into it and still get free answers. And also, you can go to Pandora, you can go to iTunes, and you can enter your own.
Spotify, just by yourself. Yes, thank you.
You don't need to use the distributor who's going to take... You're going
right.
to get like 4 cents to every dollar they make off of your fucking song.
Yep.
For doing nothing other than what you can do by yourself.
Yep.
Like, save your money, buy new equipment, buy some food to eat so your brain works so you're able to do things on your own. Or microphones and stands to bring with to the show.
So, The Dirt came out on Netflix recently, and I watched that. Pretty good. Not that I'm a huge Motley Crue fan, but there is one part in that movie where Nikki Sixx is arguing with their record producer, and he's like haggling with him, and he's like, just give us our rights to our music. And he's like, the Beatles don't even fucking own the rights to their music. And he's like, that's fucked up. The Beatles should own their rights just like Motley Crue should own their rights. The music industry is just like anything else because it's capitalistic. Yes, you want to make money. There are ways to do it smartly. Don't lose the rights to your music. I'm not losing my rights. They're being published. You've lost your publishing rights. So if you want to take that album down and put it somewhere else as you can't because you've signed away your shit. And that's in the contracts. And if you're not reading these contracts, you're being fucked over. And if you absolutely feel that you have to go through a distributor because you are lazy or feel that there's no other option, Record Union is a distributing company that allows you to maintain your publishing rights. So they help you get on platforms, but you get to keep that shit. So if it comes down, it's yours, and then you can post it on things. So smarter, might require a little bit more work, but please, for the love of God, stop paying people who have no vested interest in who you are. It's like a Ponzi scheme, just like the whole fucking pay to play. And anybody who goes to these large festivals who are like, I'm going to support someone. No, you're not. You're encouraging ignorance. And that bothers me significantly. Because if a band has to pay to play anything, they get nothing back in return. You want to help people? Go to their page. Like their page. Invite people to like their page. Refer them to underground things like this. Make sure that local shows have integrity and that bands are getting paid. Bands, when you start off as a band, if you're going on tour, think about having an asking price, not just showing up and going $5 for gas is cool. It's okay to ask and to haggle and to be selective as to where it is that you're going to go. If it's going to be a business for you, don't get raped. You know, a non-for-profit store is just really a slut. So, again, make sure that you're doing things responsibly.
And you know what I just thought about? Before you waste their time on sending them your music videos, if you've already used a distributor and you play that song,
it's gonna
just
get
like
flagged.
ours, they're going to flag it. So you won't be entered in any of that if you've already used a distributor and screwed yourself over as far as handing in those music videos.
It's really hard for us right now as a platform to play some of this music because they've utilized distributors. And so it gets flagged as copyright issues. And guess what? I'll start sending you proof of those emails because it doesn't say so-and-so flagged you for copyrights. It goes, oops, CD Baby, oops, DistroKid, oops, whatever else.
Sorny.
Sony. TuneCore.
I see what you did there.
Off the soapbox, time for Mike to read. Thank you for tuning in, paying attention. We hit a milestone yesterday. We reached 3,000. We're over 3,000. So thank you for all of you who continue to believe in this product.
Oh, even my shitty reading. All right, moving along. On this day of days, where the stars and moon were aligned for me. All of my craziness. April 2nd, happy birthday to Serge Gainsborough, 1928, Marvin Gaye, 1939, Leon Russell, 1942, Glenn Dale from the Four Tunes, 1943, Kurt Winter from Guess Who, 1946, Emmylou Harris, 1947, David Robinson from The Cars, 1949, Gregory Abbott, 1954, Karen Woodward from Bananarama, 1961, Greg Camp from Smash Mouth, you're an all-star, 1967, Chico, 1971, maybe that's like some newer person, I don't know who that is. Jesse Carmichael from Maroon 5, 1979, Scott Kane, 1981, Booker Little, 1938. These go backwards now. Roy Palmer, normally they go forward. Now this is like all over the place. Get your shit together. Roy Palmer in 1892.
Wow.
Oleg Lundstrom, 1916. Marty Marsala, 1909. Herbert Mills, 1912. Keg Nolati, 1911. Boomy Richmond, 1922. Sal Nestico, 1938. And Larry Coryell.
Coriel.
1943. I have no idea on any of that last list.
Anybody got like some farmer's almanacs that like these fuckers up? I don't know.
Chart news 1964. The Beatles at number 1 on the UK charts with Can't Buy Me Love. 1971. Janis Joplin at number 1 on the US album charts with Pearl. Great tune. 1975. The Bay City Rollers at number 1 on the UK singles charts with Bye Bye Baby. 1977, ABBA were at number 1 on the UK singles charts with their 5th number 1, Knowing Me, Knowing You. 1977, in the heat of some of their hottest mess ever, Fleetwood Mac was at number 1 on the US album charts with Rumors. Oh, they were a hot mess in the 70s. That's a story for a different day. 1977, Frank Sinatra at number 1 on the UK album charts with Portrait of Santeria. 1979, Blondie at number 1 on the Australia with Heart of Glass. That song. 1984, Nina at number 1 in Australia with 99 Aloof Balloons. 1983, Pink Floyd at number 1 on the UK album charts with The Final Cut. 1994, Ace of Base at number 1 on the US album charts with, come on, one of you's got to know it. Ace of Base. Thank you. That was 94.
Became a huge jazzercise song.
With that platform.
Yeah.
1995, Tupac at number 1 on the US album charts with Me Against the World. 2000, Westlife, no idea who that is, at number 1 on the UK singles charts with Fool Again. 2006, Gnarls Barkley at number 1 on the UK singles charts with I Think She's Crazy. 2006, Embrace at number 1 on the UK album charts with This New Day. Gig news. 1955, Elvis Presley, Slim Whitman, Hoot and Curly, John Horton, Tibby Edwards, and Floyd Kramer appeared at the Louisiana Hayride broadcast from Shreveport, can't say that goddamn word. Shreveport Auditorium in Shreveport, Louisiana. That's a rough one. 1966, Jan and Dean, Sonny and Cher, the Mamas and the Papas, the Turtles, Otis Redding, Donovan, and Bob Lynn appeared at a charity concert at the Hollywood Bowl in Hollywood, California. 1966, Roy Orbison played 2 shows at Newcastle City Hall. 1968, Jimi Hendrix appeared at the Paul Suave Arena in Montreal, Canada. 1969, Bruce Springsteen's new group Child made their debut at the Pandemonium Club in Wanamassa, New Jersey. New group Child. I don't understand what that means. Like his side project? Anyways. 1977, Fleetwood Mac played at the Odeon in Birmingham, England. In 1987, U2 performed at Arizona State Activity Center in U.S. 1998, Metallica played at the Newcastle Entertainment Center in Newcastle, Australia. I feel bad for them. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Music news, 1965, first edition of Ready Steady Goes Live was shown on UK TV. In 1987, Buddy Rich died, and in 2003, Edwin Starr died. And that's on this day. Thanks, Kat. She was texting me.
Also, Kif just posted new art.
And
he's got an art show coming up.
That watermark was fucking sweet, sorry.
He did, yeah. So talk about your art.
Well, I do all original art. I do not, with an exception of maybe 1 or 2, I do not modify or enhance my art with fandangled computer graphics and shit like that. Everything is done by hand, which I think nowadays people aren't so...
it's a lost art?
It's losing its... I don't know, people want to be instantly satisfied and gratified, and yes, it does look good to have graphic design, but where's the heart in it, other than I did some fucking push some buttons on this, and this pre-programmed thing helped me do this thing. But anyways, everything I do is original, by hand, tons of different mediums that you can think of. Everything can be a canvas. I do have an art show coming up the 19th down the street from here at the port. Get another opportunity to showcase my stuff. It's been a while. Hopefully, you know, it'll be better received than the previous ones that I've done. Also, I've also reached out to the new Apothecary in Racine. They're looking for artists, and I, you know, reached out to them. Hopefully that, you know, that ends up in my favor. I can have some art, not in Kenosha, not readily just like down the street from my house. So, you know, everything you see on my page, Pointedly Artistic, is for sale. And if you know, have an idea for something original, get a hold of me. I can help you out.
Call me.
Call me, B.
Also, Punk Fest, you'll have some art there available, I would assume?
There will be merch.
There will be merch. You know, I brought my stuff there last year. I did, you know, sell like one thing. But anyways, you know, still new on this, how, you know, displaying my art at random places that, you know, people, I'm stammering, I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm talking in circles. Anyways, check out my art page, Pointedly Artistic, all original art, band logos, business logos, flyers, anything you can think of.
T-shirt designs.
T-shirt designs, button designs, patch designs, sticker designs.
He'll paint your guitar.
I'll paint your stuff. I'll even...
T-shirt designs. Kif just did something for somebody who wanted a T-shirt, and he just so a private human, not a band-related thing. And then another band, Cat and the Hurricane, just asked him to do their album art. And so if you want original artwork, Pointedly Artistic.
you want a revamping of an old logo, that's something I can offer too.
Revitalization.
Revitalization.
Just like your vagina.
Ooh, rejuve.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like you see my art and your hymen gets sewed back up.
Oh wow.
Holy shit, it's original.
He'll draw you a picture of that.
Wow, that was I liked how you sold that. That was great.
So, anyways.
You want your cherry to pop again?
You want
Contact
your
point
cherry-
and the
You want
assistant.
that motherfucking cherry to pop again, get a hold of me, motherfuckers.
You can catch us Thursday with Josh. We're going to talk Viva Ska Radio, and we're going to play new music from all of the human beings who have sent us stuff
A lot of
recently.
coffee.
And with that, we bid you adieu, okay?
Thanks.
Bye.